the only one having issues. Let's see. Hey guys, come on in. We having a family conversation. It's a family day. It's the right type of family day. Alright, live there. Live there, Cap.
Huh?
Live there, Cap.
We on now?
Give me some, Cap. We having a family conversation tonight, so come on in. You wanna know how much family of a family conversation is? How you doing, family?
Hey!
No, seriously, again, how you doing, family?
Hey! Good.
We're good.
Y'all got your food? We don't have our food yet. We've had, let's see, Angel, how many hours did it take you to drive here?
7.
Angel, how many hours?
6.
Angel, how many hours?
13.
All right.
They drove here. One more time if y'all didn't hear him. Angel, how many hours did it take for you to drive here?
7.
Angel.
6.
Angel.
13.
There's an angel right here that you guys know her voice so well. Do you want to?
Hey!
Maeve is in the house.
We're back! Watch out!
Oh man. Do you feel it?
Oh yeah.
Do you feel it? Everybody said, "Hey, angels."
Hey!
Janice said, "Hey, angels." Leah said, "Love you all, Maeve."
Aw, thank you. We love you all too.
Somebody said, "What's happening?" Oh boy.
Buckle up. That's what's happening.
You should have never took your seatbelt off, as Black Widow says. But if you took it off, you might want to put that bitch back on. Before we talk, can we just all real quick open in prayer?
Yep.
Just a real quick
Everybody
prayer.
online, join us.
You want to pray, Cap?
Heavenly Father, I ask that you bless these airwaves, that you keep them unadulterated. Bless all of the angels listening. Please bless all of the survivors. Please let them know that we're here for them and that we're coming. And moreover, let those predators know we're coming. We haven't forgotten. We know who you are and we see you. It's time to go back into the dark. Dear Lord, please guide us. Please protect us. And please keep these ladies safe. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. There's an army rising up.
Hey, All right, so you're probably like, what the hell is happening? We'll tell you. But we want to talk a little bit first. If you are sitting here right now, I'm gonna give you this help. If you're sitting here right now waiting for child exploitation, or CP in other words, you can go ahead and leave this chat now. You won't get it from us. So I'll give you a minute to go ahead and leave. 5, 4, 3, 2, goodbye. Next, if you are here thinking that we're going to spoon feed you or hand you what you need, you have been armed with so much information as this angel has said many times, you have been armed with so much information already. So as of this release that's coming out right after this is the last bit that I can arm you with in the time that we got. I want y'all to say this with me all around the world. I can feel everybody sitting closer. Ready? Say Allie'sArmy.com.
Allie'sArmy.com.
Oh! One more time.
Allie'sArmy.com.
And on the other side of the world.
LFG. LFG, baby. Go.
So listen, if you don't catch what you can't find right now, go to
Allie'sArmy.com.
How do you spell that?
You're gonna always have that one person.
You better spell it.
Allie'sArmy.com. I'm gonna let you do that one. I'm gonna let you figure that one out. You got it. I promise you.
It's CLM if you don't get that.
I can't help you. So, Allie'sArmy.com. Whatever you don't catch right now, go there. Okay? We're trying to talk to some people to get that under a protected server as well. There's some situations with it being blocked and banned and censored, of course, because it's truth. So we're trying to work it out. So Allie'sArmy.com. I need y'all to stay with me right now, and we're about to have a conversation with these angels. These are only a few of them that drove. Angel, how many hours?
7.
Okay. Angel, how many hours?
13.
Angel, how many hours?
6.
Okay.
That's 26 fucking hours, people.
Plus. And then this angel, how many hours did you come from?
8.
I just want to make sure I just want to make sure y'all are clear that this is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is not a game. We are tapping out. And that doesn't mean that we're done. It's just mean we're gonna take a step back for a second, and we're gonna let the ball go to your court. Now sit with us, grab your food, let's talk about this. May not watch what you're sipping on. What's about to come out next, if we would have told you first, you would have dismissed us. And after you watch this, you will, if you would have seen, and if you're in the comments and the comments are about to go crazy, I'm going to shut them off because I really need you to focus. So can you please just hear me out? Instagram, please just hear me out. If we would have tried to tell you the very first time, you would have dismissed us. You would have written us off as crazy. You would have called it another conspiracy theory, and you would have let it go and let it go back and die into the trenches of the internet. I don't know why it started this way. This was never our plans and our intentions. I think God has a major sense of humor, because I used to say that I wish there was a line wrapped around a building one day so I could teach to my dancers. One day I wanted to be able to be that role model. And now we're about to have an event, and it's because of my life. And I'm like, oh, you funny. That's not what I said. And you twisted my words. Or maybe I twisted yours, but we got a miscommunication going on. I'm sitting here and I'm not freaking out right now because I think I feel numb. I really do think I feel numb, and after you see this series, after you see this release, you'll see why I feel so numb. I seriously can't feel it right now. I was telling the angels when we got back in here, at first I was like on high intense anxiety and everything, and then as we got into the house and everybody is here, and I'm looking around, and I used to yell at this phone in the car 2 years ago. We were yelling at our phone, and I didn't know we were yelling at somebody that drove
8 hours.
7.
13.
6.
and the
Took me 8
beautiful
hours to
maid.
get here.
Yeah.
It really did.
All of the people that are sitting here, thank you. I feel numb. I seriously, I'm numb. I'm not kidding. Ow. You know? I'm not, I feel numb because I know this is it. You heard that word, you heard those words before, right? You've heard those words before. Ow! You've heard those words before. When he said, this is it, he meant it. Remember? You remember? You know who we talking about. When he said, just leave me alone, he meant it. When he said, they don't care about us, he meant it. When he said, this is it, he meant it. Britney Spears, you look around and you see her stuff. When she said, do you want a piece of me? You didn't understand that she was talking about dissociative identity disorder. Legal medical diagnosis that you can see, and I believe that's the prelude. My mother has went through hell for years. I know there's a lot of you who have went through hell for years saying the same thing over and over again. Let's talk about Las Vegas, Nevada. I want to break stuff down for you real quick. Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's talk about it. Everybody's like, it's such a good time. Is it really? Is it really?
For whom?
For who? Yeah. Do you get drunk? You get sick? You spend money out of your pocket. You end up thinking that you have a budget to go into probably a casino, have a good time, gamble a little bit, have a little bit of fun, have some drinks, maybe get a little freaky deaky, whatever. And you end up with resort fees out of the yin yang. You end up with a headache out of this world. Your head is probably in a toilet that hasn't been cleaned and probably just sprayed by watered bleach. You end up in cum-covered sheets when you really think about it.
There ain't enough bleach in this world. For
There's not enough bleach in the world for Vegas sheets. There's not. Let's be real.
Has anybody ever seen Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings in Vegas? You walk the strip, all those cards of girls all over the ground, and you can't really find a clean piece of sidewalk without one of those on them.
So is that not trafficking? But wait, it's shit coated. I'm not gonna say sugar coated. It's shit coated. Let's be real. Let's talk about this like adults. I don't care if you are a Christian. You know, there's people that are sitting here together that are from all over the world and believe one thing, everything, all over the place. But one thing we can all agree on is child trafficking is wrong. So let's talk about it. Las Vegas, Nevada. It depends on how deep you get into Las Vegas before everybody is okay with legal trafficking. When you walk down the street now, if you go to Las Vegas tonight, right now, if you are standing out there, head out to the strip, you'll see some men with red shirts on handing out little pieces of paper. They're menus for girls. So instead of having to go to the club, instead of having to go to the legal brothels that are located a little bit further down into Reno, you can have a menu on the strip. You're selling a human being.
A lot of these men, they think that these girls are willing participants, that they're here because they think that they can make money and maybe they're working their way through school or furthering themselves. That couldn't be further from the truth. Heard stories about how the girls are trained so that they don't scream or cry. Instead, they're trained to laugh, giggle, smile, and act like they like it. Yeah. This is trained by way of all sorts of abuse, beating, electrocution, burning, traumatizing them by taking something away. Maybe they have a child. Maybe they're going to have a child. These are not willing participants. These are not people that are there of their own free will.
These are not your fuck buddies.
In almost all of these cases, these girls have been drugged repeatedly, strung out, and are addicted. And their brain is overriding their decision making, telling them they need the drugs, so they're willing to deal with this.
And y'all can justify that by saying they're adults and it's legal in Vegas, but you know, every brothel has a menu and it has a secret menu too. Just like, you know, In-N-Out Burger, you have
Starbucks.
your not so secret menu. Well, every brothel has your secret, not so secret menu, and that's children.
And animals.
And animals.
Anything goes.
You can dream it up.
If you can dream it, you can have it. Anything goes. So I want you to ask the question of, when I All the money that's being put. So if I go stay in Las Vegas, Nevada, where does that money go? What am I paying for? If I go buy food in Las Vegas, Nevada, what did you just pay for? You are enabling trafficking. How? Everybody is, I didn't do it. Did you? Las Vegas, Nevada, let's be real. It is legal, shit-coded trafficking that no one looks into.
Because it happens in Vegas.
And what stays in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has a lot to do with the media. It's everything to do with the media. HBO had that show with the brothels. And it made it seem like all these girls were okay with this type of lifestyle. But that, okay, maybe those particular girls had that issue, but not everybody. And the media plays every show that comes out about Vegas, glamorous lifestyles. Not even close to it when you get down in there.
And let me be clear, there's not one person, adult, child, male, female, whatever, who is in trafficking who actually wants to be doing that for a living. It is not a choice.
Let me also break something down for you. If you go to pay for sex, how do you feel to go on a diet? How many times has somebody got to snatch something away from you that you feel like, I just want a piece, I just want a little bit of this? When you are a trafficking victim in Las Vegas, Nevada, you have to be on stomach cleanses in order to have sex with people so you don't throw up on them. Let's just make shit clear. In order to have sex for over 4 hours, sometimes your stomach has to be empty or else you will shit or throw up on people. It's a human reaction.
Or they'll make you do enemas ahead of time.
You like going on a diet? Do you like getting sick? Do you like doing a detox or a flush? Do you like that feeling when you're on the toilet and you don't know which end it's coming out of? Let's be real about these things. Because I feel like we're living in this video game world where people are like, it's not happening because it's not happening in my face. CPS, Child Protective Services corruption. Let's talk about it for a second. They treat these children in CPS like they are in jail. You have a program that you have to work. If you are a foster kid or a parent that has been through this corrupt CPS system, there's a program that each person has to work, including the child. If you tell on someone, if you do something wrong, if you get evicted or moved, you now add 6 months to your program. That means 6 months until you get a court hearing, 6 months until they discuss that over paperwork, 6 months until they decide to do the paperwork. And by the time they get to court, 6 months later, nobody has filed that paperwork because nobody does their job and the justice system is corrupt. So therefore, you got 6 more months to add to that. And it goes on and on and on and on because guess how they get their money? Through those 6 more months. 6 more months of pain, 6 months more of trauma, 6 months more of putting on a debt of kids like they're in juvenile hall when they're not, when they were taken from their parents for a reason or for a reason that is unknown. Why would they have a debt?
Have we been listening to the border issue lately and how we're actually transporting unaccompanied minors to sponsors? Well, it turns out we're actually delivering them right into the hands of the traffickers. Project Veritas just had a whistleblower that came out. She works for HHS. She blew the whistle on multiple homes in the Texas area that she was working, that there were reports of children that had been brought there and placed with sponsors who were not their parents and that they didn't even know. And Project Veritas sent some people out on the ground to actually go find these children and find these homes. And sure enough, they actually found these kids. One house had 20-something kids, another one had about a dozen, and they were able to find the kids and start asking them. And they were admitting that they were being pimped out. And they had to ask them, do you mean pimped out for labor or pimped out for sex? Pimped out for sex. Every time, point blank. Very clear about it. So they began asking them about their debts. Well, what happens is they're brought across by a coyote who's a member of the cartel, and it costs them money. And when they're given to this country and they go to their trafficker, that trafficker is also part of the cartel, or magically knows that they have a debt and puts them to work off this debt. Well, if the child doesn't want to participate in this, what the trafficker tells them is, I've already got the order for your deportation that they've got in hand, and they show it to them. Well, What happens is if the child doesn't pay their debt or they leave and they get sent back across the border, the cycle starts over again and now they have even more debt. They don't exactly get sent back south of the border and released of their own free will. They're just put right back into the cycle again.
Balenciaga. Ball. Balenciaga. Ball, as in Satan, Balenciaga. Do you not see it? It's unraveling like crazy. It's unraveling faster than I thought it would ever. However, it's connected to everything because all roads lead to trafficking. How many times did we tell y'all that before? I did it just a little bit. You know, let's go back a little bit. Let's recap just for a little bit. I'm not trying to awooga, but I'm sincerely trying to get y'all to understand. Stay with me. How many people did we write letters to? Remember when I asked you guys to write letters to the news outlets?
Yep. To the senators.
The truthers. Oh, hold on. We pause now.
Oh yeah, a whole lot of truthers.
We wrote letters to the news outlets, the truthers. What?
Daily Wire.
Caitlin Bennett, Ivy Hecker,
Project Veritas.
Owens,
Maria
Sean
Bartoloma Tucker.
Sean, yeah.
Do y'all remember that? If you don't remember, I'm
Candace
going
Owens.
to repost it in my story right after this, and I'll put the date that they were sent. Do y'all remember that?
Caitlin.
When I told you, don't put my name on it. I'm not asking you to send it for me. I'm asking you to send it not in the name of Allie's Army. Don't put my name on it. I said just send it because it's the right thing to do. Send it because it's about the children. Send it because satanic ritual abuse is happening. Remember that? Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Did you get any responses?
Not one.
Did anybody talk about it because it was trending online at the moment?
No.
I was called crazy.
In fact, we got Facebook jail for it.
Yeah.
Who got threatened and said, I'm talking about it? You remember that? Some people were even messaging some pastors. Pastors. We messaged and wrote letters to pastors. And when we said, can people were like, can you just speak on this? Because we're speaking about Balenciaga right now, but because we're speaking about it because it's trending. But remember, we were like, this is an everyday issue. This is not an issue because you want to speak on it because of Balenciaga is trending. This is an issue right now. So can we speak on this right now? Do y'all remember when you wrote those letters?
Even Project Veritas.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's talk about it in the comments. Let the people speak. Let's hold off and let the people speak. Who wrote letters? How many times?
We opening up comments?
Let's open up the comments. How many times?
Yep.
All were ignored. I sent.
None.
No, not a single response. That's on IG.
No responses, right? Nothing.
Crickets.
You tagged Trump. You tagged everybody in the world.
DeSantis. All of them.
Everybody. But we're on the topic of Balenciaga because it's what? Trending.
Right.
Because
Do
we're
y'all
told
notice
to
that?
talk about it.
That's what it's in the news right now. It's trying to create an MK Ultra formula, basic programming. Do you see what's going on? Let's be real about this. Oh, they can't hear me now. I can't.
It's also trying to spin it that trafficking only happens among the elite. And while it does happen among the elite, it happens every day. It happens in your neighborhood, your town, your backyards. It happens everywhere. There's no place that is immune. I don't care how small or rural or wherever the fuck you live, it happens in your town.
Stay with me because we drop in pictures in just a minute. Stay with me because you want to connect my bloodline, don't you? I know a lot of you are asking questions. I know you're sitting here. Hello. Hi. Now here's the thing with some of you sitting here. Hello, outlaws. Nice to have you at the family meeting. There's an army now that would love to speak to you. There's an army now that would love to ask questions. There's an army now that would love to go through the military questions too. Why did the military help people fake their death? Have you looked up Machiavelli? Let's talk about it, outlaws. Somebody doesn't want me to say those 3 words that you don't like because you think that I'm just going to play along with you in the secrets. Somebody feels like from the Inglewood jails, you think that I'm stupid. The Inglewood jails, the Compton jails, the jails in California where they're releasing pedophiles as we speak. You call shots for the families that fake their deaths. You call shots for many families. And if I say those 3 words, you can call a shot on me. However, if I don't say it, you can't call a shot on me. You think I don't know that? Little Tori knows nothing. Huh? Have y'all taken a look at dissociative identity disorder? It's a medical trauma response. I have a medical diagnosis as of 2012.
I have it as of 1992. It's real.
Take a look at it. Dissociative identity disorder. Now, what I don't like to do is I'm not as open with it because there's so many things that I get hit with and ammunition to give to people, so I don't want to do that. So, dissociative identity disorder is not a joke. The next thing I'm going to talk about is everything that's going on in the world. Everybody's like, just hand the evidence over. How many interviews have you seen me do?
If you would have handed that evidence over at the beginning, like you said, you would have been dismissed. It's
No.
not crazy.
Now, after seeing that evidence, Cap, and after knowing what you know, if I would have handed that to some people that we did interviews with, what do you think would have happened?
You wouldn't be sitting here right
You
now.
wouldn't be sitting here right now.
And if
The information you have, I think
there was
it's
some
a lot.
people were truth tellers that used me as a human shield because somebody was in a fight. Do y'all remember that?
I do.
Focus on that.
Stupid people.
Do you remember when someone used me as a human shield because they were being a little too bit bullied? And so they used me as a human shield because they weren't thinking that something was fair. I asked to just take the video down. If you feel like I'm lying to you or you feel like you did it for the wrong reason, just take it down. We couldn't do that though because that brings money to the Patreon. So we couldn't do that. But we used me as a human shield between two other men that people highly respect. I highly respected. I'm confused. And so was the world when that happened. When I handed over evidence, I've been giving it over strategically. I said, here's a little piece. Let's see what people do with that. Blows up. All right, well, moving on to the next person. Here's another little piece. Back. Okay, that didn't work. Here's another little piece. Grenade. That didn't work.
But you still have the copies of everything you sent, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
Audio.
This next year, when the investigations in Congress start happening, I'll tell you what, everybody that had things sent to you over and over and over, we've got copies of everything that we sent. You're not going to be able to say, I didn't know.
Touche.
Someone
Good luck.
told me, I think someone mishandled the information.
That's not an excuse.
No, they just handled it.
That's exactly what happened.
Well, that's what read reports are for.
Now let's not just, I'm not just talking about one thing here. Let's not get hung up. How many interviews did we do? How many real ones still stand? I'll tell you right now. Ming from China, thank you so much. Jared James from MyPatriotsNetwork.com. Go to MyPatriotsNetwork.com right now. Jared James, strong man standing. Ming from China, strong man standing. Real interviews that we did. There were a few that I can probably only count on one hand. Roxy and Zara Nargle, real women standing. I'll tell you who the real ones were, but they didn't have a blue check mark by their name. Now, I know that there are some reporters, people who came at us. There were all kind of, remember all those blue check mark celebrities that were sitting in the comments? All those people from TV shows. Remember when you guys started arguing with Naomi Campbell, a supermodel? Who remembers that?
I do.
I do.
Who remembers going back and forth with Demi Lovato?
Me.
Who remembers going back and forth with some people from the Atlanta Housewives?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Not me, I couldn't stand them.
Who remembers some of the celebrities who have music out right now? Who's I'm gonna be there for you?
Yeah.
Hey, it's looking lonely.
Where's all the celebrities? Tay Dools, thank you so much. You remember who Tay Dools is? She's a child star. Her name is Taylor Dools. She was, as you know of, if you remember an old school movie, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That's a child star that's standing that has decided to use her platform to say, screw it, I'm not going to be quiet like some of the other stars that I do know. No, I'm not doing it. Thank you, Taylor. Let's be real. How many interviews did we do? What you're about to see in this next release, I've had it for a very long time. What am I supposed to do with it when we already know the outcome? My mother has went to private investigators. We have the court minutes. We have the rape kits. We have the officer reports. We have the fake FBI that came out because Keith, you want to talk? Do you still have my name tattooed on your left arm, or did you replace that with another child? Do you want to talk about that? Lassane Parish Crooks. Do you want to talk about it? Or do we want to ask Snoop Dogg to speak for his best friend? Orlando Brown kept tagging P. Diddy. Does anybody else want to tag P. Diddy and let him speak for his friend?
They aren't man enough to come on.
Are we going to dig out everything? Are we going to dig out everything? Hey, surrogate, I ain't touched you. I don't have to. I haven't put your name out there because I don't even think that you're anything close to a real woman. That creature that calls herself a woman, that I call my surrogate, that I won't say her name, I hope she got her vaccine. That's all I can say about that. Everybody that had their hands in my life, I hope you got your vaccine.
And boosted.
And boosted a few times. Let's be real. It doesn't matter what my former last name was. It doesn't matter who my cheekbones represent. It really doesn't matter when we boil down to it, but it adds up.
Cheekbones. Nose. Forehead. Sorry, it matches. Matched enough to freak me out.
You want to know what he's talking about? Stay tuned. Go to Telegram. If you haven't, stay for a second. Go to Telegram. We're about to release it. And if you don't catch it on Telegram right now, go to everybody now together on the left side of the world. I just love it. That's what he's talking about.
And a big thank you to Elon Musk. I don't know which side you're really going to land on at the end of the day, but you gave us a whole bunch of digital battlefield back. The people that are in this business, good luck to you. You're not going to be able to stop the information flow this next year. You thought the trickles sucked when those started coming out. Wait till it's a downpour. It's already beginning.
The question is now what are you going to do because you don't have an excuse? I don't care how much your family thinks you're crazy. No one has an excuse anymore to say it's not true. Everybody started, is this our world? Balenciaga, the creatures, the dolls, the rape trees, is this our world? It's been our world. Welcome to the party.
Yeah, rape tree. I heard those stories. My family immigrated from Mexico. I'm second generation here. And growing up, that was a story I heard several times about the underwear tree, the rape tree. And they're put there sporadically through the desert on the routes as reminders to not fight back or to pay your bills, because if not, this is what will happen to you or your children. This is something that just started getting brought out into popularity in the media this last year, and it really pissed me off because I've been watching it go on for over 30 years. Yeah, it was going on before that too. Those are people that can't be traced. Once they leave their home state and begin traveling, they can't be documented, they can't be traced. They're extremely vulnerable. Once they're picked up and taken somewhere, that's it for them. I really hope you're all getting to watch this day in and day out. Think about the percentage of people that are getting taken before they even cross our border. How many millions have already come across our border in just a few short years? Now, in my lifetime, how many tens of millions? Well, to me, that represents at least 1 million children that have gone missing. And I know it's way more than that because right now I think CPS has over 500,000 missing that they can't even account for.
Don't even try.
They're trying to chalk it up to paperwork errors to kick the can down the road. But we know, and they know, they somehow misplaced over 500,000 children
Where's
without
the
a trace. Does anybody know that CPS is a privately owned company? It's either CPS or DCFS. I don't know what you have in your home states. But I brought it to my local sheriff's department this last year, talked to a sergeant, and I said, do you know that there's no CPS board, there's no oversight on this? That there's one ombudsman who's a congressman who reviews the finances on it once every 2 years. That is all the oversight that there is to be able to show up at your front door and make children disappear without a trace and have to fight the legal system to get them back.
You understand your taxes are paying for trafficking.
Yeah.
You're complicit.
CPS is Child Procurement Services. They procure children and sell them to the highest bidder.
Mm-hmm.
Without children, they don't have a business.
There's a lot of people who keep, tell us where to go, tell us what to do. You know where to go. Walk outside. You can walk outside and your police officers, there's two sides of the badge. There are some very good police officers, but there's two sides to the badge. You can walk into your doctor's offices. There's two sides of that. You can walk into your schools. There's two sides of that. You can look at your own family. The war has started at home. How many family members have you lost over the last 2 years? Add them up.
The not-so-secret menu is not just at brothels in Las Vegas. It's at your schools and your police stations and your doctor's offices and anywhere else you can think of.
From the get-go, we have asked you to look into things with no money, no Patreon, no membership. You guys have seen what we have been through real time, and I don't know how else to be any more real with you. So what we now have to do is pass that ball right over to you. There's no more excuses. I wish, and I know, and I'm saying this right now because I know some of you are listening. We got calls from Netflix. We got a call from someone who wanted to do a docu-series from a sci-fi show. We got a call from quite a few people. Quite a few people wanted to write music, books, all these things. Here we go, right here. Come on back. I hope you're listening. If you are somebody who messaged me and you asked how you can help, this would be the time that you can go ahead and message back. I told you that wasn't the time. I said if you wanted to help, a movie is not about, this is not what that's about. A little bit of music, that's not what this is about. All that's the fun stuff because the work has not been done yet. So now I'm telling you, if you messaged us and you care, help me with this event. And you want to know how to do it? For free. A lot of people can't do that. Nobody knows how to pricelessly be a human being, except for the people that are sitting right here. Except for the people that are right around these phones right now, that are on this internet like, I'm right here. I just can't leave my state because it's a privilege now because I can't fly. Because I have to have a vaccine. If you have messaged us and said you wanted to help pricelessly. We don't have, this is not a blue check mark thing that we're trying to put on. This is not a big thing. We have so many seats, and I wish that we could open it up and just say we'll be in this state at this time, this way. We can't, because we won't be safe after this release. This release knocks down a lot of shit. The jails are waiting for me to say 3 words. I won't say it yet. Tori will. I won't say it yet. Allie will. I won't say it yet. Leilani will, though. Teller might. Riley will. Have you taken a look at DID? You talked to all of us. Hence the show, excuse me. What did I just say? There's no show. Excuse me. Jesus, I rebuke anything over me. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, in Jesus' name. Hence the name of the docu-series. I don't like to call it a show. It's not a show. Hence the name of the docu-series, Allie, All of Us. All of us. All of you. I've been very scared and running from this part my entire life. And then now we're just about to throw it out to the world because there's nobody else to give it to. Do you notice that Trump don't even got his own shit together? If Trump jumped in front of us right now and said, hand me all the information, you know what I would tell him? No. No, prove it first. If somebody's dropped right in front of me right now and said, hand it to me, no. Still not going to do it. Want to know why? Prove it. There's enough to work with. Nobody's moving with what they got.
Left wing and the right wing are part of the same bird.
Do you notice that Trump can't keep his own shit together? Trump is being raided by his own FBI. Trump's own Secret Service is not on his side. Trump's own people are not standing for him. Trump has his own issues and can't even keep his own house in order. All of them that he owns. Trump is not even sure which house he's in. Is he? And everybody knows it. So do you honestly think that he's... I know that he got one button to push, but don't you see the strings being pulled? Hello? If he's not okay, hello?
Y'all been trumped.
If Biden is not okay, hello? We can talk about sides. We are America. And the last to the party. If they're not okay, then hello?
We are America and we stand up for the least among us. If you can't do that, you need to reevaluate yourself.
Do you see what's around you? It's not just clicking in. There's no justice. So now what we can do is put it out to you. We're going to go let you watch this release, but
Now there's only just us.
we're going to pray that we can get into, we're trying to do this event in January. I pray that we can get a lot of you in the room. We still have seats open. These 90s that are sitting here, everyday people are trying to put this together. So if you're a DJ, we might need your help if you can hit us up. We need some videographers to help us out. We need some more men to stand with us for security. We need some more women to stand with us for security. We need help with running this as smooth as possible. And we're going to do it for free. My mom and I paid for the venue with the shit that we sold out of our storage. We're not asking you. There's 90s that are sitting here that are we're painting rocks. I'll tell you why Teller is painting rocks. And Teller is going to hand those rocks out at the event. We don't want anything from you, but to have everybody on the same page, that's the ultimate secret. To have everybody on the same page pricelessly, for free, for truth, no money. I'm not talking about selling $12 hot dogs. I'm not talking about I need a picture or a Patreon. I'm not talking about a damn fundraiser. It's a war, not a fundraiser. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about standing because you want to stand. I'm talking about doing it because it's the right damn thing to do. I'm talking about doing it because you are duty bound. You are a human freaking being. That's what I'm talking about. Nobody does that anymore. And I bet you there's not one person that would message us that would honestly say, let's do it for those reasons. Because I bet you know damn well you don't want to put a microphone in my hand. There's a lot of people that I know don't want to put a microphone in my hand. Now, there's some of you that I know that are there and we haven't met you yet. I was screaming at this phone like, we are not crazy. We are going through this shit. And then come to find out that everybody else is screaming back like, we are not crazy. We are going through this shit too. So there's a lot more people sitting here than we think. So thank you for that. We got to take a pause right now. This release is coming out on Telegram. We're about to watch it right now. Go to Telegram, right? And then if you don't catch it, we're all going to where?
Allie'sArmy.com.
There's still going to be somebody this whole entire video that was like, so where do I go after if I can't find it on
I
Telegram?
think you should go to Allie'sArmy.com.
Do you think
I
so?
think maybe
And if they
Allie'sArmy.com.
didn't miss it, if they can't get onto Telegram right away,
They
then
should
we're
probably go to Army.com.
That's it. That's the one. Yep, you right there. Bingo, right on top of it. You know what I mean?
If you're wondering where all the sarcasm comes from, it's because it is so damn frustrating to have your shoulder to the wheel, pushing the whole time and not seeing it happen. It really is as simple as getting up out of your chair, going out, meeting your neighbors, talking to people in your city. Yeah, even painting rocks. It's actually amazingly effective. It raises a whole bunch of questions.
David
You
and
can manage
Goliath.
to not throw them at the people as they walk by.
So just understand, that's where the sarcasm's coming from. It's our bit of therapy.
We dark humor because we've been through a lot in these past 72 hours, and in the last 2 years, and in the last for us our whole damn lives. So I don't think you'd be able to watch this if we really showed you all the scars. I'm tired. I'm numb. I'm sick to my stomach, and I'm probably gonna rock in the corner right now in a little bit. But we are going to do this shit together, huh, Maeve?
Oh yeah.
We gonna do it
sit
together.
and hold you while you rock. And I'm gonna rock
And I'm
with
gonna
you.
hold your ass too, because I know damn well that two survivors are not supposed to be sitting in the same room together. This is not supposed to be happening.
And
this
nothing
way.
is blown up yet.
No. Yet, keyword. Pray for us. I'm so serious. We are not okay. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not. But we're gonna sit here and we're gonna do this together.
Yeah, we're gonna do this
And we're
together.
gonna do this event together.
Damn
and there's
straight, girl.
other survivors that want to do this with us, and I'm not just saying that we just pick and Maeve. It's just this is what I can take. Okay, so bear with me. All right, this is what we can deal with. We're gonna sample this out, and then we're gonna try to do it again, Lord willing. All right. So other survivors that want to be a part of this, we want you there, but can we have you there virtually? Because I don't think we have enough security to make sure everybody stays safe. We don't know what's gonna happen right now. We have to make sure we take those precautions as we can, and we have to go about this first thing and see what happens, see how it goes. And then after that, then we'll talk about after that. I don't know what's going on, but we got one more thing, and then my mom and I are going to take a minute.
Take a shot at the Outlaws real quick, without giving too much away. The Outlaws. Back in the 90s, how does it feel to know that you thought you were on the rise, but it ended up that the FBI just used you as a puppet? They used you as a counter against the Latin gangs, and in the early 2000s, they set you guys up to die. You were used. You were never that big. You're a bunch of thugs. That's all you are. That's all you ever will be.
That's really all you will ever be.
And when this is over, do you really think that the big and the powerful will fall? Or do you think that they're going to wrap this around your necks and hang you with it? I'm betting on the latter. Congratulations. Well done, idiots.
An old script. You ain't original.
My mom and I are going to take a minute. We're not done. We're not done. We just getting started. But we need a minute. And we want to pass the ball to you. Keith, your time is up. You remember No Pictures, baby? You remember that time? I wrote a post about it. You remember? And he sold me to his friend for $2,000. $2,000. Remember that? I wrote about it. And they dressed up. They were really nice looking, classy men. I slipped a picture that night. He's hovering over me is where that picture comes from. A lot of people think I don't have things. I do. I just, where to put it when you know the outcome of it. What we're going to do right now is go to Telegram and...
I actually think that's a good option. Project Veritas again. I know we already tried it before, but they're on it now. Maybe one more time. I know.
Okay. I know. We're gonna sit this stuff down for you. Go to Telegram right now. Watch this all together. We're gonna sit this right here, and then my security have asked me to take a second. All men, 90s men, are not in place yet. All 90s women are not in place yet for what needs to happen next. And what's going to happen after this release, after you see this, I don't know yet. I need you to pay attention. If you see us in your states, if you see us anywhere, please just stand with us. We don't need anything from you but just to stand with us. If you feel like it's too dangerous for you to jump in, we are not scared to die. We've said that before. If you see us, please just pull your phone out.
Witness.
That's it. That's all we asking. What's about to happen right now is about to get really, really fucking messy. Huh, Snoop? It's about to get really, really, really messy. Huh, Padre? Huh, Keith? And you know what? If we get pulled over one more time, I got your pee-pee on camera, Micro Mike. Yours would be next. I know no one can see it, but it will be next.
We can magnify images.
And can we do some enhancing?
Probably.
I know he's tried.
Zoom in.
Put a little cute kitty cat there.
I
Show
think
the
so.
world what a man he is not.
Show a little kitten in there.
Let's get pulled over one more time and then take a look at Micro Mike too. Just because you wear a uniform, you put it on the floor when you decide to put your badge and your gun next to a child that you raped.
Dumbass.
So much for intimidation. Backfires. You should stop using that badge to get your way.
Talk about an insecurity complex.
Making up for something. I'm serious.
Oh, Dick syndrome.
Yeah. I'm serious. But we know that there's nothing we can do, right? Everybody is connected to somebody. Keith, you sent out fake FBI to my mother's home. We still have the phone call and we have the transcripts from the FBI phone call. You want to talk about them? They sent fake FBI to my mother's home.
Ben?
They sent fake FBI to my auntie's house. They sent fake FBI to mess with my family when I disappeared for a year because they sold me to Russia. His connections are really deep. So let's also talk about this. When you see this release, there's some videos that he has of me. And I want you, if you see a video of me, I want you to take the time to think, how old is she?
Be the first question.
That should be the first question, because what you're going to try to intimidate me with, Keith, let me break it down for you because I already know what we're going with this. So there's videos of blackmail, right? Those videos of blackmail involve me with celebrities, politicians, judges, lawyers, doctors, everyday people, firefighters, catering services and strip clubs, casinos in Las Vegas, Nevada, brothels in Reno, Nevada, Germany, Russia, tombs, King Tut, DNA transferred to mummies. You want to keep going with the ledgers? His connections are deep. So the videos that he has, yeah, there's some videos where I'm laughing. I'm high and I'm laughing. You know those videos, as we talked about this before, you remember when I said there's times where they make children have sex with other children, they tie strap-ons or dildos to their face and make them have sex with other children? Take a look at the series, Balenciaga. We know about that, right? If you see a video of me come out because of retaliation, I want you to, first question is, how old is she? Because I don't care if I'm laughing or not. Do you have a child?
And let's take it back to one of the first points is that most of us were trained that we were not allowed to cry, and so laughing is the only way that some of that shit can come out.
There are some people who will hate me because there's other victims in the videos that will come out. There's other children in the videos. Some of those children did not walk out of the room. I did. There are parents that hate me. Sorry, this verse still bothers me. There's parents that hate me. I hate me. You think I don't hate me? There are kids who didn't walk out of that room. I did. And more than likely, there are times where it was said that either you hurt each other or neither of you walk out of this room. So you make a choice.
It's not a choice.
So if you see any videos of me out of retaliation for what you're about to see, to the victims, I'm sorry. To you only, I am sorry. I am late. I am fucked up for being so quiet. I'm late. I'm sorry. There's no words past I'm sorry because there's nothing that's going to hit home, but I'm sorry. There are people who have sisters and brothers that didn't deserve to lose them that way. So for those of you who are going to beat me up for that, all right. But I had to make a choice. To my baby, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about that right now. We'll talk about that later. But if I could be a mom, I'd be the best fucking mom to you that I could be. And I promise you that. And it wasn't my choice. Okay? So, that I don't want to talk about. Later. That wasn't my choice at all. And I am a good person now. And I am a dance teacher. And I've had kids that look like me through the choreography that we made. And I've had my share of my kids. but I'm not the person that somebody created. Just so we're clear. I hate myself. I really, really do. So after you're watching this video, just so you know, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. And I'm not suicidal or anything like that. I'm just not okay. And
Would be okay?
right.
Nobody would be okay.
But that's why I want to take a break.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that it's time for me to take a minute. Because I'm honestly not okay. I see why there's other survivors that don't say nothing. Because this is a lot. And you don't get this. I'm blessed. We are blessed. And I'm sorry the hell that you have been through. I'm saying this on camera because, girl, you've been through it. and I thank you so much for choosing me and for fucking fighting for me. I love you, and I'm sorry that you've been through this by yourself. And there's other parents that don't need to do this by themselves. Okay, so I'm sorry that I'm getting super emotional, but I'm tired. And I miss my dance kids, and I know I miss me. I miss who I was. I don't know what's happening anymore, but I'm trying. And I don't even know what trying means anymore. So I'm gonna go because I'm freaking out. But if you forget me, just know I tried. I fucking tried, y'all, right? And I kept my promise. There's an army sitting here, even if there's a few of them right now. You ever heard of Gideon's army? I kept my promise. And if you called somebody right now, they're gonna break a fucking door down. And they're not gonna stop. So I'm just saying, I'm sorry, I'm late. But I kept my fucking promise. And it tore everything that we loved apart. To my dancers, it makes sense now, huh? Miss Allie was a lot. I love you guys so much. And you guys gave me purpose. You don't even know. And you keep dancing, you do whatever you want to do to make you happy. But there's some of you that I made a promise to too. I'll be back. She's probably gonna take a while. So, thank you. All of you, thank you. Thank you for fighting for you. Thank you. And I know that I'm nobody special. This is just, we gotta wrap it up. The 90s that can't make it, we love you guys more than you will ever know. We love you guys. Thank you so much for sitting around the world, praying for us, screen recording for us, screenshotting, telling somebody, sitting in comments, staying up all night, praying, the all-nighters that everybody sat with their phones, fell asleep on the couches like, shit, are they okay?
Well, hell, we're out traveling around when our only insurance is knowing that there are people out there that have data to drop if anything happens. It's reassuring. It helps.
Thank you. I don't know how more real to be with you guys. This ain't a joke. So, we're gonna take a minute. I don't know if that minute will be back in a few weeks. I don't know if that minute means we'll see you at Survivors Unchained. We need a minute. So, God bless you guys. Go to Telegram, and then if it don't work, go to
AllieSarmy.com.
All right.
Like,